The essence of the Katha, apply it into our lives and make it a better one. And so we must glorify His name. So my dear sisters and brothers, today being another Sunday of us coming together of performing devotion to God. And for many weeks we have been going through different kathas. We've been talking about you, human beings, and how we can better ourselves. Sometimes it is very hard for us to accept ourselves, what we do, how we think, and what we say. But here at the Kailash Yatra Ashram, we map that journey. You cannot lie to us. You can say to me or say to anybody that, hey, Mina Dhanam to me. But we have to map the journey. And when we map the journey, we see exactly that the way you're thinking, the way you're perceiving, the way you're doing things, you are allowing negative energy to take over your system. Because you entertain thoughts that are pulling you down. You're not entertaining thoughts that are lifting you up. For example, you can say to yourself, "Minute go enough." I'm just going to give you statements that you tell yourself. And you can't tell me it's a lie because I went through it. That's the best part. For when I look at your energy and I see your aura, I can sense what is going on. And so, you cannot lie to the system maps it. So my dear sisters and brothers, what is it that the Kailash Yatra Ashram or the Shri Mahakali Vilayam Dhaam wants to do wants you to become. If I ask that question, you will say a spiritual person, right? Some people will say spiritual person, no? Some people will say a better person. Some people will say, we want to free ourselves from this sickness, this pain. What are we going through? True? But what we want is conscious beings. To be conscious of what you're saying, what you're doing, and what you're thinking. If you can do that, if you can be conscious, then everything else falls into place. But if you're not conscious of what you're saying, you have to face the consequences. True? I know I have consequences. But we have to face the consequences, or we accept the rewards of our own actions, our own thoughts, our own words. So, here, when you come to do your devotion, it is not just a temple. It is not just an ashram. It is a sanctuary of consciousness. We want you to be unconscious beings. How many times you get angry and you say things which you are not conscious about? Because you do not want to say these things, but because you get angry and the past steps into the mind, you start to say things now to try to hurt the other person. Agree? I seem to be very serious today. I don't agree. But this is what's happening, and unless we accept it, we cannot go forward. This is the whole idea. Unless we accept what we are going through. Yes, I am this person. This is what is going through my mind. This is who I am. And once you accept what's going on inside of you, then and only then you can make changes. But if you say, Dhaam to be Pandit, I'm just saying, if you tell yourself, no, I don't do it. Who are you lying to me? Lying to your, and you're putting your own self down. Now, I'll give you an example. This is a recent example. The Vilayam tradition, you must have heard it, you will be hearing about it. Here at the ashram, we've created something called the Vilayam tradition. This is where we understand that a human being can rise in consciousness, and also a human being can fall in consciousness, unconscious. What does that mean? That means things are happening in your inside, but you are not aware of it. When you get angry, do you know what happens to your body? When you feel shame about something, do you know what happens to your system inside? You all know? No? Have no clue? It's a natural thing to become angry. It's natural. But it must be controlled to a level. Because if you don't have no control, then you will say what you don't want to say, you will do what you don't want to do, and you will think of things that you don't want to think of. So I'm not going to go into that. Today what I'm trying to say is that we should become more conscious. What we say, what we think, what we eat, where we go, what we listen to, what we look at, what we read, everything we must be conscious about. Let me give you another example. And you must listen to all the videos that is on Facebook and TikTok, and you will get more information. I can't sit here and give you all the information. But I give you pieces every week. Example, the food that you eat. How many people are conscious of the food they eat? Do we eat for the nutrition? Why do we eat? Why do we eat food? Huh? You learn at nursery school. We eat food to get. Come on. Eat food to get. Huh? Energy. Right? We eat food to get energy. But today in the world, people not eat for get energy. People eat for taste. True? More the food tastes good, more we want more. Even though belly full, I'm not full. No old people say. My point is, today we eat for tasting purpose, not nutrients, not energy. Because you can eat so much and don't get no energy. And you can eat so much of something, energetic food, and get energy. Agree? So it's not how much, it's what you are. So are you conscious of what you're eating? Are you conscious of what you're drinking? Example, how many people here drink Excel? Come on, don't be afraid, put up your hand. Yes. What is in the Excel? Anybody know what's in the Excel? Only that, only one thing. Not more thing inside. Which we are not aware of what it does to our, which is not conditioned for every single human being. I'm not talking the drink, understand what I'm saying? Not all of us can drink it and get energy. Sometimes we got enough energy to survive. And then we put in more now, we get too hyper. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying anything is bad or anything is good. I'm saying not every single thing is good for every single person. Everybody has their own thing that they need. So unconsciously we use things. We eat food, we drink drinks, energy drinks, whatever. And we do not know what happens to the body. Agree? We don't know. Until something manifests now. You get sick or you get head swing, something happened. And then you go to the doctor, now the doctor give you a pill for your head. So you have just head swing. But still you don't know what happened, what causes head swing. So much of thing you eat, so much of thing you drink, so much of thing you try. Huh? Point is, we must be conscious of what we are putting into our system. For example, the bhaji, pak choy bhaji. What you're supposed to do to pak choy bhaji to get the nutrients? Cook them down dry? How much you will steam them here? Do you understand what I'm saying? These, when you are getting sick, it means you're losing nutrients. You're not getting enough nutrients. Bhaji, pak choy bhaji give you what? Let me see if I know. What pak choy bhaji give you? What nutrient? Iron. Right? Now if you cook out all the iron, what you will get? Do you understand what I'm saying? You do not need to live on tablets for the rest of your life. Some people have to because their system is at a different level. I'm saying if you're conscious of what you put into your system, your life becomes different. Simple thing like pak choy bhaji. What about the bora? Me not like fried bora, dry. Anybody like dry food? Me food are wet. And if you know wet, like if you try to dry, you throw water and get a little swirl. But my point is, if you're conscious of what you eat, you put things in your system that will be beneficial for you. As soon as the children are hungry, they'll go buy some fries, they have a coke. They'll go buy pizza. I'm not saying this is good or bad, understand what I'm saying? Consciously, when you constantly eat fast food, what's happening to your system? That's what you have to ask yourself. 1, 2 times 1 time is fine. But constantly? So we talk about bhaji. What about okra? How you cook your okra? Fried out, brown? Huh? Your steamer? What is half cook? What is half cook and what is steam? Half cook means a cook. Steam means different story, Point to be taken. Ogro has so much nutrients for both male and females. If you cook out all the nutrients, then you got to take tablets to get back the nutrients. My point today that I'm saying, the Kailash Yatra Ashram or the Shri Mahakali Vilayam Dhaam is not trying to create spiritual beings. We are already spiritual beings. We are born spiritually. I want you to put this in your mind. This is why we can say a prayer from the depths of our hearts and we can connect. Nothing that happened from the sky, everything happened within us. This is why we can say, Om Namah Shivaya. We can chant from the depths of our hearts with love and devotion, with faith and confidence, and we connect and we can feel the presence. Because we are born spiritually, we are spiritual beings. So we don't have to do all this penance to become spiritually. We need to be conscious. Alright, if you go into the altar and you sit down and everybody sees you sit down and pray, right? Like for example here, everybody sees everybody going off to do their offering. But nobody knows what's going on in the person's mind. If the person is conscious or if he is unconscious. We don't know. This is why I keep saying, when you go there, surrender yourself. Surrender yourself. Surrender doesn't mean kill yourself. Surrender doesn't mean throw down yourself. This particular surrender means surrender your emotional packages. That you and your neighbor and your parents and your family don't know about. Only you and God know what's going on inside here. Agree? So this is why the ashram says, don't put on a show. Don't pretend to Ma or to the Pandit that nothing happened to you. What's not going on inside you. Surrender it to the mother. You don't have to tell nobody. Surrender it to the mother. When you surrender it to the mother creates an opportunity to dissolve it. And when she dissolves it, you are born again. You become a new person. That means you get a new body. It means you get a new mind, a new mindset, a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at the world. It doesn't mean your body gets more young. It means your mindset becomes pure, clearer. You can think. And when you become conscious and you're born again, you will be saying this to God. When you understand that God is not just, I'm not just here to ask God for material things. Right? I'm here. When do you understand that material things are just there temporarily? When will you understand it? It is only when you become conscious. Because all of us know that nothing does not last in this world forever. Is that so? But yet, we attach ourselves and we cling on to so much things in this world. And we say, without these things, we can't survive. So when you become conscious and you surrender, this is what you will say to God. Nahi chahiye rang mahal na dhan daulat ki shaan. I was at a certain place as a young boy. Many places I go, I hear this song. But I was at a place where a person from the humanitarian Nirvana Humanitarian Society, the person was singing this song. I was a young boy. And while he was singing this song, I was feeling this song. My skin here was raising, tears came to. I wanted to know what this song means. And when I learned what this song means, I said to myself, this is the song that I will live for. This is my song. I'll make this my own. Nahi chahiye rang mahal anhar ke nishan. Humko maange
then I need something that is permanent. If it's not permanent, I need something that I can survive with. So then I thought, we need energy, so we eat food to work on a daily basis to get our work done. Is that so? But how do we get this energy? Not just from the food. We get the energy. The energy itself is this personality, the energy itself. So then I say, looking at this song, what must we pray for? So in your conscious being, this is what you will pray for. Nahi chahiye rang mahal na dhan daulat ki shaan. In your life, you choose to work. Alright? Whether it's housework or whether it's going to work. Whatever work you choose. So you choose to work to earn so that you can buy the things that will make your life comfortable. Agree? We work for that. So then we should not ask God for wealth. Agree? We should work for what we want. But we need something to be able to work. And what is that? Energy. Agree? I'm sure you know how I look at it. Nahi chahiye rang mahal na dhan daulat ki shaan. I know only when you go to funeral house, you hear this budget. Not true? But this budget is not for the dead. This budget is for the living. Oh God, I do not want a colorful palace. I'm not asking you to give me a colorful palace. I'm not asking you for the splendors of wealth because I can work and earn that. When I'm conscious, what do I ask for? What I need, oh Master, is the gift of inner satisfaction. How much people is asked for that? Because the more I work and earn, the more I want. The wardrobe full, but still I want. You understand what I'm getting at? So instead of me working and earning and buying the same thing over and over, I want to have inner satisfaction. Inner satisfaction, and let every home ki ghar ghar mein khushiyan ho, sada sukh ki hariyali ho. Let every home. How many people here go to the altar and say, oh God, let every home have happiness, rich in joy and tranquility? How many people? First you say, oh God, help the family, help the spouse. You know, we pray for that. But when you're conscious that all of us are interconnected, that I'm a part of the world and you are part of the world. And if I pray for the whole world, it means both of us are part of the world. That's a conscious being. Tune humko janam diya hai. Now we start to tell God. Tune humko janam diya hai. Oh God, you have given birth to me. Right? You have given us birth. And what do? तूने हमको जन्म दिया है, तू ही पालनहार. You have sustained us. Without His energy, we are not able to breathe. Is that so? With the 5 elements, the sun and the moon, the whole world works. And so this is why we say to Him, you have given birth to me and you sustain me with your kindness and your infinite mercy. Our home and the world prosper. Is that so? तूने हमको जन्म दिया है, तू ही पालनहार. तेरी दया से भूले भरे हम सबका घर संसार. So when you think that, oh, God pakomisip kisa igan because they now not now for me. It is you who pack up your thoughts and stop thinking about God. It is not that God leave you, it is you who leave God. How? Put your hand. If you take your thumb and you put it here, you feel a beat, right? Not true? When did you not feel this beat? What happened? Some people say my life was still not feeling no beat. So that means you are living there. Point to be taken. God is with you in the form of this beat.
You gotta care this beat. How do you care this beat? You gotta care your, what makes it beat? Your heart. And from the time you tell a lie, the heart skips 2 beats. So stop that lie. Purify the heart. So it says that this God, you're not asking for all of this. We do not want diamonds and pearls, neither a mine of jewels. Oh Lord, all we're asking for is contentment and inner satisfaction. This is what you need. You must be satisfied with yourself. You must be satisfied with what you have. You must be satisfied with your life. And the next verse is much more important. Because many of us want to run away from our problems. How far you will run? Which house you will go to don't have a problem? Whose home don't have a problem? So this is what it says. Sukh ke badle dukh dene ke agar bhavna tere. Your problem may be small, and you might think that's the biggest in the world. Another person might have a bigger problem than you, and they might think, hey, this is small, we can handle it. This is how the world works. Sukh ke badle. Now you're talking to God. This is what you should tell God. And be firm with God. You bring me into this world, you maintain me, yes. But there comes a time when I'm faced with difficulties. When the whole world turns against me, that's how I feel. When all doors are closed, I felt that way. That to God, Sukh ke badle dukh dene ke agar bhavna tere dukh ko sehne ki shakti de yahi prarthana mere. You see, we used to listen to the lovely bhajans, but we never used the time to see what it means. But I was a little boy growing up. I didn't know what this bhajan means, but when I found what it means, my father used to sing this bhajan, my mother used to sing this song, especially when they go to funeral homes. And when I understand what this song means, I say, look how human beings, we are losing so much. What does it say? Sukh ke badle dukh dene ke agar bhavna tere. Oh God, you bring me to this world, you maintain me, you sustain me, and if in the event you wish to give me pain and you wish to give me, instead of joy and happiness, you wish to give me pains and sufferings and disease and all the sicknesses that the world has. If that is what you wish to give me, then you should give me dukh ko sehne ki shakti de yahi prarthana mein. Then, oh God, give me the strength to face it. Because sometimes when problems, when the stories knock at our door, when the problems knock at our door, we don't know where to turn, we don't know what to do, we don't know what to say. We sit by ourselves and we cry. We sit by ourselves and we pull ourselves down. Here's where we have the opportunity, because we're a human being. We understand the bhajan that we say, Tune humko janam diya hai, that you have given us birth. Of course, we have passed through 8,400,000 species to get this body. But with your power, we get this birth. And through your power, we are being maintained and sustained. That if it is your wish, O God, to only give me pain and suffering and disaster and sickness and disease, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, psychological, then, O God, give me the strength not to run away, but to stand and face it. Why, God, you should give me that to stand and face it? Because it is just a phase. If we just say nothing is permanent, isn't that so? We just said that. Nothing is permanent. Everything comes and everything goes. But when it comes, how do we approach it? Huh? When the problems knock at our door, how do we deal with it? We went to school, but nobody taught us how to deal with it. I was telling somebody, when they sit down on the Maro and the Pandit performing the rites, he didn't sit there and tell you, prepare for so and so to happen. Huh? Yes, of course, the Pandit will tell you must sweet, you must start sweet, and you must, when he give you the mother part, the honey, the taste, especially male, they give you male, not the female. It tells you that you must speak sweetly. But didn't tell you prepare for what is coming. I am not saying that there is no home in the world that doesn't have problems. Whether it's small, whether it's big, is how you deal with. So what the Bible is telling us? That we must be conscious beings, and we must be beings that understand that we are surviving because of such energy that exists. If our time comes for us to leave the world, we will go. But the time has not come. And we are here. And so before we leave the world, we should be able to become conscious. Remember, I'm not telling you to become a spiritual being. I'm not telling you to become a pandit or some holy person. All I'm saying, we need to be conscious beings. Even the pandits, even all the people in the world who claim to be such are not conscious beings. But that's not, we're not getting into say who is what. What we're saying, we need conscious beings. This, when we are conscious, we will understand that God works in this way, mysterious way. It is we who move away from God. God doesn't move away from us. And all of us can get straight away at some time in life. But it is the Guru. It is the Guru, it is the God, it is the parents, it is the grandparents to pull that individual back on track. And the other day I tell somebody that if you bring forth a child into this world, that child did not ask you to come into this world. You decided to bring that child into this world. And if that child is facing difficulties, you must be able to travel the length and the breadth, the width and the height to make sure that that child is able to come through with its problem. So, no more complaints. You gotta try your utmost best to fix that. So the Bible tells us, Sukh ke badle dukh dene ke agar bhavna tere dukh ko sehne ki shakti de yahi prarthana mere. This is what we ask God for. This must be our prayers. किसी के आगे हाथ न पहराए, अपने मेहनत का सुख पाया इतना दे वरदान. And we say, let me not beg of anyone with outstretched hands, but grant me your blessings so that I can obtain happiness by what I have told for. We know old people say, what you plant, that is what you will reap. Is that so? So let me go into your home and tell you something. Don't get to the Pandit. Pandit have to preach. You have to learn. If we are saying, all of us agree, that what we plan to reap, huh? All of us agree? I careful and I agree with Pandit because I don't know what comes. If we are saying that what we sow, so we shall reap, then when your children start behaving in a certain way, don't look outside for the behavioral pattern. Agree? I don't agree now. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you plant in your home a
peaceful home. You know, long ago, I noticed some husband and wives, like old people, if they have a problem, their children never know. If they have a problem, their children never know. Why? Because children become sponge. They are sponge. What sponges do? Absorb all the water. It's absorbing everything. The way you speak, the way you argue, the way you fight, the language coming out of your mouth. Then if you want to use your hand and your foot and so, the child is observing. Agree? Now, I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to point to somebody. No. I'm saying, if you agree that as you sow, so you shall reap, you are saying that you can't plant by Ghana, you will grow. But I'm saying, you can't behave in a certain way in your home and want to get, oh my God, this godchild. Agree? So I'm saying today, it is the parents who have to set the example. That comes in this button. Nowadays, parents are here, pray, get good grades, get a good job, get good enough money, married, settle down, that's life. That's true? So when the child decides for marriage and move on, will you vex up? Another point, right? But my point is, when you are conscious, you will teach that child moral values, respect, appreciation, affection, love. My children are still children. They can't be big man, big one for me. They'll always be my children, but there is a line when they reach a certain age, but they will always be your children. So that's why when the child gets children, a big grandmother fold up everything, fine, and push him with the grandson, the grandmother, and the granddaughter, Nobody nasty? Why? Because they will always be their grandchildren. Now, I'm not saying that you should give, or you should, but there must be love and affection always in your home. Now, if you don't know what is love and affection and how to deal with your children, that's why you have people like me. But you must be ready to make. We're ready to make. Men are here. Changes. You must be ready to follow instructions. When your pride and your ego raise up, you gotta know how to put it down. Yes, your daddy and mama, you're big, but you are not too big to make changes in your life. You're not too big to learn. So today I'm saying all of this, coming down to this particular way of what we want from you, what we are expecting from you. I know you're expecting to get 100% results, but you're not expecting the expectation too. What you're expecting is for you not to become some holy person, but to become a conscious being. When you're a conscious father, and when you're a conscious mother, I'm sure 100% the child will become conscious. And not just conscious in the sense of awareness, but conscious of what you eat, what you drink, everything that you use on a day-to-day basis. Y'all agree? Or you disagree? Huh? My dear sisters and brothers, this is important for us to understand that you don't go to a temple to pray only. You go to a temple to clap your hands. People are ashamed to clap their hands. People are ashamed to even put a hand like this. People are ashamed to even bow. When you come to the ashram, you must be ready to do that. Because that is part of your surrender. When you clap your hand, this is negative and positive coming together, and you release negative energy. Every time you clap your hand, you're releasing negative energy.
Notice when you're clapping your hands, your thoughts are not going all over. You're coming back to present. Notice when you clap your hands, even when you're in front of your altar, you can clap your hands and sing a bhajan. If you don't know to sing, hum it. And you do like this, and you will see how your thoughts will remain present. But always be ready to bow your heads. That's why you go to a temple. Because the energy that is being maintained in a temple, you want to absorb it. So you bow, you surrender yourself, so you can get as much as you can. Some people say, me, I'm away, I'm going to do it. That you know. Pointing, taking sisters and brothers, when you want to get 100% results, you got to put 100%. Agree? When they say agree, we're not talking about agree and disagree. This is for you to tell yourself, yes, this is where, or whatever is being said is something that has to do with me. So I pray in the name of the divine that we are able to make changes when our 21 weeks devotion finish, or 21 days spiritual surgeries. When you know when I use the word surgery, many people feel they've got you a knife and some scissors and stuff. But this particular surgery is you doing it to yourself. What are you doing? You're cutting away. You're removing from your mindset all the negative vibrations, all the negative energy. And what you're doing now, when you start to surrender now, you're absorbing positive energy. That's what you need. That's what you need. Now, when you have to do, like for example, the Sunday temple, you have to come and turn on Sunday. And from the minute you come late, now don't feel bad to come late. There are circumstances that can cause you to come late. But for some people, from the time you tell yourself, hey, what's up so long, man, you are destroying your own self. Right there with that thought. And you go walk in at 9 or to 10, by 10 things are done, and or 10 go. When you think like that, you're not disrupting your lifestyle, your thought patterns. I'm just giving you an example. When you really want to get 100%, I say you must be here for Ganesh Puja. Ganesh Puja is a puja that is being. You don't go nowhere and get Ganesh Puja by itself. Isn't that so? You go to get Ganesh Puja, but his puja is being done first. Here you get a chance to surrender to him, to remove all obstacles. Right, whatever form you need. So, you Pandit Balramji must reach your night. You didn't come tonight. Ganesh Puja. Alright? I'm giving you an example. Ganesh Puja. Then when you come here, you feel sad. Now, if you want to disrupt your lifestyle, your thought patterns, then you gotta start something new. You understand? If Sunday morning you're accustomed to sleep late, and then you tell Pandit in the house walk, that can't walk. If you want 100%, you gotta be able to put in 100%. Do you understand? This is not just puja, as I told you. These here are energies we are activating, so you can receive it. I'll just give you an example. To disrupt your lifestyle is to follow the instruction. You plan yourself, you buy your fruits, you wash your fruits, you prepare yourself, your coconuts, whatever, you prepare yourself. I gotta reach there before 9 because 9 the man start. 11 is the man, 9 is service start. I gotta be here for Ganesh Puja. I gotta be here for Ganesh Puja because this puja is important. This puja has, without this puja now, when I go to all the other puja, and if there's an obstacle in my way, it can't remove because the first puja that is being done is to remove all obstacles. Now I know there's a Pandit, if you want vex or you feel bad, I'm not going to blame.
important part is at the end of your devotion, when you put 100% into it and you reap the benefits, you say, yes, I have done it, I have witnessed it, I have enjoyed it, and now it is time for me to maintain what I have received. Alright? So that's just an example for you to understand how you disrupt your lifestyle. Why do you think you get 21 days of eating no rice, no flour, no wheat, all the different days? Because your lifestyle was allowing your system to deteriorate. So now you get a chance to rebuild it. And once you use the opportunity well, you'll be able, at the end of the 21 days, 21 weeks, you'll be a brand new person. You'll be a better individual. You'll be a conscious individual. Praise Mahakali Mata Ki. So I know I have spoken a long time, so now we have the Agnihotra. First we open the curtain and then we do the Agnihotra.
Kalima, 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 Kalima. Durga Mata, Kali Mata, Lakshmi Mata, Saraswati Mata, Abhaya